What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Jackal Gold Games. And in this video, I'm going to be giving my thoughts on the Gears of War E-Day announcement trailer. So I'm pretty much late on this, but there was a new Gears of War game that was announced this year, Gears of War E-Day, which takes place like 15 years, I believe, before the first one. Now, I am a fan of Gears of War. I do like the series a lot. I own all the games in some format. I own Gears of War 1 on Xbox 360, great game. I own Gears of War 2 on Xbox 360, great game. I own Gears of War 3, great game. This entire trilogy right here is flawless. One, two, three, all great games. Personally, the third one's my favorite. Then I also own Gears of War Judgment, which, not as good as the first three, but I like the campaign in this a lot more these days compared to 4 and 5. I own Gears of War 4, but my case for it's messed up. I have the disc for it somewhere. I more so like the multiplayer in that game. Horde mode's a little eh. The campaign sucks in that game. Stupid robots you fight, and I thought the new main characters you play as were very bland. Now, as for Gears 5, I somewhat enjoyed the campaign and parts of it. I think the best part of the campaign in that game was the beginning with JD. It felt like classic Gears. It was linear, but the rest of the campaign was mostly pretty eh. I thought Kate was a terrible main character. I didn't care about her. She was very bitchy. I didn't like how her and Dell were treating JD like he was a piece of shit. She she refused orders a few times and didn't get punished for it at all, compared to how past characters like Baird in Judgment or Marcus going to prison, they were punished for certain things they did, but Kate gets away scot-free. And I just thought she was a lame main character, and I hated how she got the focus of 5. I hated how she didn't become the new Swarm Queen, because I was hoping she would have became that so we could have killed that bitch. And then her mom or whatever, Reina, becomes a new queen. I didn't care for the open world aspect of Gears 5. I thought that was fucking stupid. I did enjoy the multiplayer. The Horde was it got too complicated in 5. I miss when it was more simple, like Gears of War 3 and 2. Now, this new Gears of War E-Day looks promising because first and foremost, it has a better selection of characters from what I can tell. It's a prequel, so it's following Marcus and Dom again, which is good because those are the best characters for Gears of War and they work the best. The only other time they could get away with not having them in the series, I think that would work, is if you have Baird and Cole again, or if you have Michael Barrick and Rom Shadow. That was a good replacement, the Zeta Squad. But for the most part, people want Marcus and Dom. They don't want Kate and all these bullshit new characters that suck. And the thing is with Gears 5, what I will say again real quick, they actually made JD interesting in that game. And that's what's weird. JD was bland in 4, but he actually became interesting in 5. But when he became interesting, he was not even the focus. Foz was a cool character in 5, but he was not even the focus. Fucking hate what they did with 5. They got rid of the name of War. Just call it Gears 5. Stupid. So I'm glad this new one's called Gears of War, because that's what it should be fucking called. But it looks promising because we have Marcus and Dom. It's a prequel. So it's calling back to when Gears of War was good. So I'm glad that we're getting these characters because I don't give a shit about Kate. And I'm hoping to see some other returning characters like, well, I don't know how they'll implement Baird and Cole because they didn't meet them back then, since this is before the first one. Maybe they'll show a shot of them or something from Judgment. Because I know if you play Gears of War Judgment, which I have right here, there's a part where you can actually hear Marcus's voice on the other side of the radio. He's talking to somebody. So, and their skins were in this game as DLC. So maybe we'll see some type of something, I don't know, of Baird and Cole and his squad, but I don't think they're going to cross paths. It would be cool if we could see Michael Barrick, maybe. That would be pretty cool. It'd be cool if we could see Min Young Kim, Hoffman. I'm sure we'll see him. I think it'll be very interesting if we can see what Marcus did to get in prison. I heard he disobeyed an order, punched Hoffman in the face, and they got thrown in prison. Hopefully, they show that in this Gears of War E-Day game, and the game just ends where Marcus ends up in prison. Hopefully, they can show what happened to him in the prison because this YouTuber Barricade, he is a Gears of War channel. He covered like when Marcus was in prison, he was treated like shit by the warden, and it was a hellhole where he was at. Hopefully, we can see some of that in Gears of War E-Day. It'd be cool if we could see Dom's family when they were still around. It'd be cool if we could see Dom's brother implemented as a character in the story, Carlos Santiago. I know he was in the Pendulum Wars. I don't know timeline wise if he would be in this, but it would be cool to see him. We probably may see Clayton Carmine because there is a skin of his in 3 as DLC called Recruit Clayton Carmine. So maybe we'll see that version or some type of Carmine. Maybe the grandfather Carmine, who is the father of all of them. I don't know. We could see more Prescott, possibly. We could see more Anya. We could see the Onyx Guards. We could probably see Urza Loomis from Judgment. We could see Paddock, possibly. more of the UIR possibly. We could see how all of this started with the Locust and stuff like that. We could probably see more with Adam Phoenix. Um, and I mean, all we got to go off right now is just an announcement trailer where it's basically a Locust beating the shit out of Marcus, and then eventually Marcus gets the upper hand on him. Dom shows up, and there's a shot of them in I think it's I don't know the name of the place, but the city they're in, you can see it slowly destructing. So it's the start of E-Day and all this stuff with the locusts. It looks promising. Graphically, visually, it looks really good. And it looks like they're taking Gears of War and putting it back to its former glory, which is good. And I am looking forward to this. Definitely a reason for me to get Xbox Series X. And I hope it's good. I hope it's an improvement over Gears 4 and 5 campaign wise, because I really do like the campaigns in Gears of War games. Hopefully the multiplayer is good too. I do hope with the Horde mode, if they have in Gears of War E-Day, that it's more like 2 and 3 and not that bullshit in 4 and 5 where you have all these classes and stuff. It just got too complex in my opinion, but it looks really good. They clearly had the Locust being a threat again with how the Locust was thrashing around Marcus like he was nothing in the trailer. It looks promising, and I am looking forward to Gears of War E-Day, and I hope it's good. I haven't finished the expansion DLC for Gears 5 High Busters. I kind of lost interest, to be honest. That was the first time I kind of lost interest in a Gears campaign. Maybe one day I'll try to go back to it, but I don't know. I just lost interest in it, to be honest. But it'll be interesting to see how they implement like Locust leaders, like if Rom's going to be in this, or if Chirac, whatever his name is going to be in this as the leader who was the owner of things before Rom. If we'll see maybe Scourge, or if we'll see more of Karn from Judgment. Him and Rom had involvement. They didn't touch on in Judgment. Maybe they could do that in this game. We could see more with Queen Mira and Adam Phoenix. Maybe we could even see Marcus's mom finally. And maybe we could even see like, you know, just more Locust generals. It would be cool if they could implement parts in the campaign where you play as the Locust, because I like how they did that in Rom Shadow. But yeah, those are just some extra things I forgot to mention about Gears of War E-Day. But that is it for this video. My thoughts on Gears of War E-Day. Peace out, and let me know what you think of this upcoming game in the comments below. Let me know which Gears of War game is your favorite as well. But that's it for this video. Peace.